Hey, 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 Fit Mama. Jen Oliver here, your host of the Fit Mama podcast. This is the work in to your workout. Hey, Jen Oliver here. Welcome back for episode number 11. Last time we were talking about cultivating a healthy mindset. This time we are doing a continuation of that, which started out as how to cultivate healthy habits that stick. And we're kind of mixing those two in together today to continue to get into the 5 basic steps that it takes. And then we're going to get into a little bit about what is it? What does it really look like? How can this work? How can it feel good? And how can it fit in our life no matter what? So last time we talked about healthy mindset, and I put the healthy in quotations. Today, I'm going to continue on that, talking about quotations, healthy habits that actually stick. Now, when I say healthy in this quotations way, it's because the idea of one size fits all, what's healthy for him and her is healthy for me, it actually sets us up for failure. So I put healthy in those quotations so that you can understand that this is a word that you have to make mean something to you. And if you don't make it mean anything to you, then you're not going to stick to it. Then you're not going to have any real motivation to actually want to do it. Because if you really don't care, or if it's told to be healthy for you and you don't think it is, then you aren't congruent with that and you aren't going to take action towards that. So essentially you have to buy in, Fit Mama, to what is it that healthy means for you. It has to be a standard that you want to meet, not one that your doctor told you to meet, not one that your partner wishes you met, not one that the other you, that is your ego side of things, wants you to meet. What is the realistic expectations you can set for yourself? And that is what determines healthy for you. I mentioned Gretchen Rubin last time. Her books are amazing. Her most recent one, The 4 Tendencies, goes into personal tendencies, personality traits, and type of way that you react towards certain things. So her specifically goes into how you manage expectations. So how do you meet them when someone has expectations of you or when you have expectations of yourself? I highly recommend this, and this will be the topic of another podcast, but I want to just drop that right there so you can do some extra research. This Fit Mama podcast is not about just telling you things for theory's sake, just to talk, right? And I love to talk, you know that from listening to me, but I want to give you action steps. I really want to have you live a better life because you're listening to this. Your time is precious. I know you could be listening to 13 other things or doing 100 other things right now. So today we're going to get into it, just going into what those healthy habits are for you. And here's the way to help you find them. These are the 5 basic steps I talk about in the Fit Mama Foundations and with my private clients and in my book, The Love Fit Mama Way. Number 1, finding something you love. Okay, Fit Mama, we know that there are things that are good for us. Let's say, again, in quotes, things that have been identified as ways to take care of yourself, exercises that are healthy for your heart, for your muscles, things that help you age in a very healthy way so you aren't feeling the effects of aging in your physical body. Yes, there are many benefits of exercise, eating healthy. Sure, these are the go-tos, but we have to find things that we love. Do you love to play tennis? Then that's what you can do, right? Do you need to run around and chase a ball? Then maybe the soccer league is good for you. If you're going to go grind it out in the gym when you have no passion for being indoors, it's going to wear on you and your life is going to suck while you're trying to fit yourself into a box. So take some time today, Fit Mama. Take some time to journal. Take some time to daydream and really, really think about, what is the passion? What is the light that is going to come from me doing this? How can I get excited about moving my body in this way? It's a need for you to find something that you love, not just do something because you were told or you read that it was good for you. Remember, ask questions about good and not good, right? Good or bad. Number 2, about cultivating healthy habits that stick. Create space and time for play and schedule it this week. Not schedule it one day in the future, schedule it this week, today. Creating space and time needs to be intentional. It's not just going to show up, right? We're running at the top speed trying to fit everything in. Free time is virtually the most rare commodity right now, right? It's like finding a diamond or finding $100 bill in your pocket. It's rare that you'll have this space appear in your schedule. More than likely, you'll have created space and something else will try pushing to crowd it out. And it is your responsibility to set these boundaries, right? So that you can consistently do the habits as you want to actually cultivate them. These healthy habits, how do you do them? By committing to do them, by creating space and time for play and schedule it, right? So play, I want you to consider moving your body to be a form of play. If it doesn't feel like play, if it's a chore, if you hate it, don't do it. Let's find something better. I know you can find something better. I know there's something better for you. Even if it's just sitting and meditating, because that's where you're at right now, I know that will give you the health benefits that your cardiovascular system, your muscular system, your anti-aging system, your weight loss, whatever, will benefit from it if it is feeling like play and it is scheduled in. Okay, I trust that. I know that actually, because I've seen it when you're intentional about it. Number 3, not booking every second with obligations. I know, it's hard. Make it this weekend, right? Make it this weekend you only have one event that you're going to plan. Make it that you don't plan morning and afternoon and evening, right? Make it so that you're home in bed at a certain time so that it feels good, not because you feel like you're in jail or you're grounded, but because you feel good when you're taking care of yourself and not racing from this appointment to pack up the kids, to rush them here, to do this, to do that. Always we're racing, right? We're racing. How can you have that space, right? That space in your schedule by not booking every second with obligations. This is an entire part of the book, right? No pushing to the maximum with your obligations. You don't want to schedule. Every minute does not need to be scheduled. Number 4, including your kids in shopping, food prep, cooking, cleaning, house chores, etc. No matter where you're at, no matter how much income you make, no matter how busy you are, if you work in or outside the home, your children deserve to learn how to cook, how to clean up after themselves, how to take care of themselves in a way, whether it's getting dressed, whether it's shopping for the food, picking the food at the market, going to pick the berries at the berry farm in the summer, seeing where these foods grow from. That is a personal responsibility you can take as a leader in your child's life because they deserve that. You know that if you don't know where fruits or vegetables come from or you don't know what foods are, you feel like you're missing out. You do know that it is something of basic life skills. And if you're not including them and you're excluding them thinking, oh, it's too much work to have them. I mean, sometimes it is. For sure, hands down. I'm definitely not judging if you go shopping without your kids or cook or do anything without them, but giving them that opportunity to involve themselves with the food, they will buy in, they will get excited, they will want to eat healthier, they will want to choose recipes, they will want to cook, chop, and do all kinds of things if you start them at any point by giving them a voice, right? Asking them, what would you like to try? What new would you like to give yourself this week? Right? What can we do? What can we cook? Let's try a new recipe that we can Google, right? What ingredients do we love? Well, we already know we love sweet potatoes, but we always chop them and boil them, or we always mash them. What else can we do, right? Start thinking of different ways of eating the foods you already love and including your kids in it, because that is cultivating healthy habits for you begins with you not having to cook separate meal, you not having to measure out or count calories for yourself versus what you give to your family. These are lifelong skills. Eating, food prep, taking care of one's nourishment, knowing where foods come from, knowing who plants our foods or who grows our foods or who feeds our foods or who kills our foods. These are important things to know. This is about being conscious, Fit Mama, and hiding our heads in the sand, right? Burying our heads in the sand and going, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, I don't want to know, right? It feels good in some way, just saying, ignorance is bliss. But at the end of the day, every dollar we spend goes towards supporting an industry. And what that industry is our choice. The more we choose to understand and ask questions and include our loved ones in the whole thing, saying, you know what, let's become more conscious and aware of what we're putting in our body and how that feels and how that affects us, how that feels for us, how that feels for the people who do it, how that feels for the aftermath, etc. Number 5, the 5 basic steps. I'm going to reiterate these after I go through the 5th one. Lastly, only positively talking about your body. Yes, you've heard me talk about this before. If not on Facebook Live or one of my videos on YouTube at Love Fit Mama, wherever you've seen it, I am telling you it's time to let go and draw a line in the sand, Fit Mama. Never, and I will say never. I always like to say never, but this one is one you want to say, I'm not going to do it anymore, ever. When you are going to talk negatively about your body, when you go to a party, when you see an old friend, don't say, oh my gosh, I've gained 15 pounds, or oh, look, my eyebrows aren't done, or oh, I feel so fat, or blah, 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 because that highlights something. And they aren't noticing that. They're noticing your glow and how happy you look. They're noticing how kind you are. They're noticing how you make them feel. And the minute you talk about your own weight, they become self-conscious of their own weight or their eyebrows or their whatever, hairdo, and they're feeling crappy. So no more negative self-talk is number 5 into creating healthy habits that actually stick. You talking negatively to yourself is no way to create healthy habits. It's actually going to create unhealthy habits, like becoming obsessed with the scale and attributing all your worth to your weight and all the things that I talk about in the Fit Mama way. The Love Fit Mama way is really all about starting with love. The minute you can decide, Fit Mama, the minute you can decide that you are worthy of living a life you love in a body to love that you love, now you can take action towards that. So the minute you decide that you're worthy, okay, that you're worthy. I'm telling you right now, I am giving you permission. I am giving you the green light. You are worthy. Believe it, know it, feel it in every cell in your body. Now that you know you are worthy of living a life you love in a body you love, now take action towards that. Imagine having a husband, partner, bestie, who constantly chirped in your ear saying, you shouldn't eat that. Oh, really? You're so bad. Oh, don't do that. Oh, well, you deserve it. Oh, you really shouldn't. Oh, who are you to think you could be gorgeous? Who are you to think you could stick to this habit? Who are you? You've tried that before and you failed. right? You failed last time, right? Imagine having someone chirp in your ear like that and hanging out with them still, right? I'd be slapping that person upside the head. Well, that person is you a lot of the time. And I know for me, I am still constantly reminding myself saying, Jen, you are not your worst enemy. You are your cheerleader. What can you do? How can you make it work? Is it something you want? Ask yourself, not are you worthy? Don't question your worthiness. That is not up for debate. It's not up for debate. Just draw that line in the sand. Because you would not hang out with them, right? There would be no way you're hanging out with this person if they're talking to you like that. Now, often we might accept it at first, but that's when we're in that lower vibration, when we're thinking like that former self who believed those old stories and those excuses, right? Oh, it's so hard. Oh, I don't have enough support. Oh, I don't have any time. Oh, I don't know what to do. I don't have any tools. Oh, I don't have the right shoes. Whatever money story or whatever stories you're telling yourself, that's your old story. That's the key. That's the key to realizing those old stories are not going to be what takes you forward to cultivate these healthy habits. That's the old thing. That's what kept you stuck in the old story and the old habit of not doing your health habits that serve you. The thing that you're going to notice is the tipping point, the catalyst, is when you step into that ultimate self-love, that positive self-talk. Every single time you undermine yourself, you go back on your word when you said you weren't going to put yourself down and talk negatively to yourself anymore. Every single time you undermine yourself, it cuts so deep and it opens up that old wound again and again and again. Don't do it. Don't do it to yourself. If someone else tries to open up your old wounds, start putting up better boundaries, but don't be that person to do it to yourself. Starting your new year by eating more kale or spinach or hitting the gym every day as a New Year's resolution or as a goal when you're ready to make a new change, it's important. I get it. Trying new things, making sure you're eating more greens, important. But let me be the bad guy here to tell you that if you don't ultimately start changing the way you see yourself as worthy from unworthy, then it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you are hitting the gym or eating your kale or not eating kale or whatever. It really doesn't matter. If you're saying negative things to yourself and undermining yourself, belittling yourself, hating on yourself, even if you're trying to just joke about it, nothing else matters. You are cutting deep wounds into yourself, and they are not going to lead you to the body of your dreams. They're not going to lead you to love the body that you have right now. Going to the gym and still telling yourself that you are worthless, ugly, whatever, is one of the greatest threats to yourself. Not only to you getting your goals, but to yourself in general. Letting go of self-judgment is a key first step. And it's actually easy to do. It is easy, right? It's when you draw that line in the sand to say, I'm not going to do it anymore. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't let yourself say that anymore. And if you say that, notice it and say, no, I'm going to be my own best friend. Don't look for others to tell you what to do or how to do it, that it's best for you. You know. Start to tune into your inner voice. We give up so much of our power thinking these experts or other people know better than us. We know. You know. So start quieting down and ask yourself, and then listen for the answer. Don't let yourself be negatively influenced by everyone else around you who seeks validation from others, right? Everyone's seeking validation from each other. You don't need to be sucked into that. I mean, think about it. Why else would you say, do I look fat in this? If not to hear, no, you look amazing. Just get real with yourself and say, I look amazing. I look good for me. I look beautiful. I am beautiful. I am worthy. I am loved. I am safe. I am gorgeous. I am lovable. I am kind. I am sexy. I am strong. I am Whatever words fire you up, put the words I am before it. Give yourself those positive affirmations. I am are some of the two of the most powerful words when put together before something. So if you're saying I am, and then you say negativity towards yourself, that power embeds in your cells. Let go. Let go. It's just an old habit pattern. You can choose to pick a new one. Make this your day. No more bad-mouthing you. Draw your line in the sand. Approach yourself with kind, loving respect, compassion, and see how the goals that you set in front of you, you'll crush them, you'll win, you'll beat them, you'll conquer all. And they will be conquered because you are one super awesome, badass babe who can do anything and conquer it. Why couldn't you? Why wouldn't you? If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do differently? Don't let anyone else get in your way. And don't let everyone else tell you what you think, what they think you should do. Right? What do you think? I know for myself, people told me and they still continue to tell me, oh, that'll never happen. Oh, how are you going to make that work? Oh, that is actually, I don't know. Are you sure? People doubt people all day long. But if you want to truly cultivate new healthy habits that stick this year, start with building that foundation of self-trust. This is what is needed so that you can really hone in on the fact that you have all the answers. You have everything you need already within you. You don't have to look outside yourself anymore. Begin with laying down the foundation of you, the core of who you are. Lay it down in self-trust. This all begins by slowing down. It's funny, in my former life as a trainer, I would push people to lift heavier, to go faster, to go push, go, go, go. But in my life as a fit mama, it's amazing how my role is actually really about slowing down. It's about being an advocate for you to slow down. It's about giving you permission to slow down. I know I have to say it to myself out loud, often multiple times a day. Slow down. I've injured myself, I can't even tell you countless times. I've stubbed my toe, knocked my knee, I've bruised my legs. I have so many bruises all the time. I've actually been better recently, but I went years knowing that I would have bruised legs all the time because I was constantly rushing and knocking into things. And I just recently realized this when I almost nearly broke my finger because I was trying to put my bag on so quickly. It caught on the end of my finger and almost just snapped it off. And it hurt so much. And I was so mad at myself that I was rushing so much. And that is what I get caught up in. And that's why I'm here to remind you, which reminds me to slow down, to tune in. And it's not that you don't have to or can't push heavy and lift heavy on a run or on a workout or whatever. There's a time and a place for it, absolutely. And if it feels right in your body, do that. But not everywhere in your life do you have to push and rush. My goal is to have you ask these important questions of yourself. Is that really what's best for me? Is that what I need right now? Or am I wanting to do this because everyone else is doing it? Or because someone told me I should do it? How about just being your biggest cheerleader? How about that? You will see how many things you have in your life to cheer yourself on about the minute you start looking for them. Okay, again, to conclude, I want to repeat those again, just briefly, and then I'm going to wrap this up and give you a visual of how you're going to implement this into your life for cultivating healthy habits that stick for you. 5 basic steps. Number 1, finding something you love. Take time, think about it. Feel into it. What is it? Journal it, daydream it. What do you love? If you could envision moving your body in some way that felt good every single day, what is that? What is that, Fit Mama? Find it, do it. Feel good every day. Why not? Number 2, create space and time for play and schedule it in. Don't book yourself, right? This leads right into number 3, not booking every second with obligations. Schedule play, but don't schedule every minute so you don't even have time to breathe. Start now. Number 4, include your kids in shopping, food prep, awareness, cooking, where you're spending money, budgeting, household chores. Include your kids. They deserve it. You deserve it. And teaching others helps us learn the best. Number 5, only positively talking about your body. Let go of negative self-talk and draw a line in the sand. No more negative self-talk. I know you can do it. Repeat after me. No more negative self-talk. Again, no more negative self-talk. Again, no more negative self-talk. The more we repeat it, the more our entire being, our body, our mind, our heart, our gut, our cells, all embody it. No more negative self-talk. You got this, Fit Mama. Last, I want to finish on this note that I really want you to really, Fit Mama, understand what is a healthy mindset? What are healthy habits? What is this healthy that you want to embody or label? Because I know that we want to label it, right? I know that we want to. What does this healthy mean for you? I need you to break it down so that you can actually implement it. Instead of using the word healthy as a blanket statement, I want you to consider taking a few minutes this week, Fit Mama, and define it on paper. What does healthy mean to you? What does a healthy lifestyle look like? What qualities does it possess? What does healthy you feel like? How is she different from you right now? I've talked to you often about this already, but I will be talking more about it, the power of visualization. And I'm going to continue bringing this up because nature and its connection to reality is just this, creating it first in your mind's eye, which is what visualization is all about. When we start to visualize and see it in our mind and feel it in our body first, we train our neurons. We actually create neural pathways so that we can feel what it's like to have any reality we imagine in our mind. We can feel it first in our body before it ever comes true. So it's important to imagine or know or visualize what it is that we're aiming for in life. And this is one of the hazards of always negative thinking or negative self-talk is this self-fulfilling prophecy, right? If we come from that scarcity place where we're not going to have what we want or we're not worthy, we will never have it because that's all we're dwelling on is what we don't have. So start to visualize what you do have, what you do desire, and embody it. Because healthy is what we make it, and healthy is just what we assign it to be. So how do you define it? What targets are you reaching for? Are you meeting them? Know what you're aiming for this season, right? Not for the rest of your life, but remember the phases and the seasons we go through as Fit Mamas. What does your ideal day look like right now? How old your kids are right now, not in 1 year, 5 years, 10 years, right now. We're often so stuck in the wishing, hoping, wanting something to be a different way than it is. And we feel this separation, we feel this distance, we feel this emptiness because we don't have that what we want. I am here to tell you, starting today, imagine in your mind's eye so clearly what it is you want to feel and feel it already. The reality that you so desire, begin to embody it now rather than see yourself as separate from it. It works, Fit Mama. I know it. I do it. I feel it. I am living proof of this. This is one of the most powerful things you can do. And this is how you make it all reality. Give thanks in advance. Thanks. Thank you. Say it out loud as many times as you can in a day. We do this every night with my girls, every night. Thank you, right? Thank the universe, God, Allah, whoever, Jesus, it doesn't matter. I don't care. You don't care. Nobody cares. The fact is just saying it out loud, right? We say every day, thank you for this day that will never come again. Thank you for my mom. Thank you for my baby. Thank you for my shelter. Thank you for food. Thank you for giving us another day tomorrow. Give thanks in advance for what you want. All I can dream of right now is that I have one more day to live on this planet right now. So I give thanks in advance. TIA, right? We all write that on social media. TIA, thanks in advance. I always give thanks for what I want and desire in my future today, because it's not going to happen in any other way unless I give thanks for it already. You have to know it in your heart first by giving thanks, and know it and feel it. And I have clients and prospective clients on the phone all the time. I literally spend 6 to 8 hours on the phone or Skype most days. Like, I'm on the phone a lot. And the one thing I see different between those who are successfully meeting their goals and those who aren't quite there yet is this. Well, one, they're working with me, the successful ones. I will say that. I do have a lot of very successful, again, how is that? It's a personal decision. What does success mean to me, right? We redefine that for people and decide what it is that they're aiming for. But this isn't about me. I'm saying when people are successful and those who aren't, so the differences I see is this: them reaching out and seeking help and believing in themselves that they can have and are deserving and worthy to have that which is what they dream of. The ones who don't start or don't follow through are the ones dwelling on the reasons why not. They're dwelling on the excuses, the practical things of, oh, I don't have enough time, I don't have enough resources or money or people to help me or whatever. But those are made up stories. The successful ones know that and they do it anyway. So I'm going to be talking more about the excuses and the stories we tell ourselves on the next episode. But for now, consider contemplating what healthy really means to you, Fit Mama. This is going to be in your highest service, because as you start to visualize, and more that you visualize and you get better at it, you will embody whatever it is that you want, and you'll start to feel the vibration of that next level, or whatever it is that you're aiming for to be is at a higher vibration than where you are right now, and you will jump up there by embodying it, by visualizing it and feeling it. And this is part of that up-leveling process. So the more conscious you are and intentional with what you do and choose to do with your time and energy and mindset, you will start to create this reality that is in your highest good. So I am so excited to see this unveiling. So please send me how you're doing. I love and thank you in advance, and thank you already, because I have been receiving DMs and PMs with comments and questions. So I love hearing from you. I'm going to be creating a Ask Fit Mama episode. So get your questions in, whether it's on Instagram, here on Facebook, or here on the podcast comments, whatever. Get the questions in. I will answer them, and I cannot wait to talk to you again. So you today visualize, start to understand what healthy means for you, so you know what you're aiming for. Have a great day, Fit Mama, and namaste.